Hello? Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Alright, there we go. So, I will be honest with you. I actually was having quite a bit of trouble before stream start. I was... I wanted to do some fixing to this avatar because there's a few things about it that are things I want to do on stream. Why are you freaking out? But I can't because I'd be completely not safe for work at that point. One of those things mostly being this. I want to be able to take off the bodysuit while being completely safe for work. And while I technically can't show them on stream, I am. I have things covering up my top and my bottom, so I can now have the bodysuit off whenever I want, but people like the bodysuit, so it stays on. And the jacket is a bit overbearing. Actually, that's something I want to check. Did it crash? Did my overlay crash, or is it just being weird? I mean, seems fine. I'm having to look at my overlay through. Yeah, my overlay crashed again. Alright, well, we know what that means then. I cannot use that item. Now we go to here. Access overlay. Confirm. So I think what I'm probably gonna have to do from now on for VR streams is I'm just, oh my god, can you, I hate the Steam overlay, I hate the Steam overlay, I hate the Steam overlay, I hate the Steam overlay. It's just not good. It is just very not good. There it is. Now if I could just actually wait for it to show up. But while we wait for that, I also have something I want to show you. I did some reworking. And I still need to do some reworking because these are my old breast physics and they are very bouncy. Like, unbelievably bouncy. But I think some people enjoy that, don't you? Don't you? Boot this one up. God, why are you... But yeah, let me... And then I can delete you, and I can do all my stuff from this panel. Yay! But yes, hello, welcome. Now stream can finally start. I was having an ungodly amount of time. So yeah, when I was fixing the last avatar I was in, the last outfit I was in, I had no fizz bones. And something happened in the process of exporting the FBX to that one. So I was scrounging to put all of my fizz bones back where they're supposed to because the outfit has a bunch of fizz bones. I needed to put my hair had fizz bones, my ear fizz bones, my tail, like everything needed their fizz bones again. And I was scrounging trying to get that together. You know, I wonder if I can just... I need to talk to like Manus or Zenny or somebody who streams, or I guess Zenny would be more technical. Manus would be more... Actually, no, I probably just have to talk to Zenny then. Somebody who's a bit more on the technical side when it comes to like streaming in VR, because I don't know why my overlay crashes if I have... It can't be because I have Twitch open. Do I have Twitch open? Yeah, I have Twitch open. I have Twitch open where you get the pop-out for stream, so unless something happens... Yeah, I have no clue. See it. How was everyone's start to this week? Because, oh my god, did mine absolutely make me suffer. So we had a small heat wave here in the Pacific Northwest, specifically Washington, that was... Oh my god, like typically here, we're not supposed to get very hot here, especially where I live, which is super close to the beach. It's like a 30-minute walk down to a nearby beach. So I'm living like right on the water. And it was 86 degrees Monday, which is when I was supposed to originally do this stream. But I set my alarms for 2 and 3 in the afternoon so I could wake up and do my stream and then go to roleplay afterwards. Like charge up a little bit, then go to roleplay afterwards. But I ended up sleeping in because it was just so damn hot I couldn't do anything until 6 p.m. in the afternoon. And it finally wasn't until midnight that it was finally cooled down. And I was suffering so much because of it. Like, I just didn't want to get out of bed. Then, yesterday, it actually was hotter. It was 88 degrees at its max yesterday. So probably around, like, I think that was like where the weather was predicted to hit the hardest. So 88 degrees. It was probably closer to like 86 degrees for me, so... But it was still damn hot. And one of the things I had done was I took my box fan, which I keep in my window, which is actually running right now. It was running on its highest setting, and I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to. I got maybe like 3.5, 4 hours of sleep because the blade of my box fan fell off. Yeah, it fell off. I don't know how that happens. My only theory is that I had it on its highest setting, so it was spinning pretty fast, so I can only imagine that the absolute speed and the fact that it was being bared down on the front by the sun probably just caused it to shift up and then off. But thankfully, I was able to take the screen off, put the fan back on its rod, and put it back up in my window on the second highest setting, and it was working perfectly fine from there. Had no issues, and it kept me cool throughout the entirety of the day, which, if you were watching yesterday, most of it was, you probably heard my fan come through my mic. I typically have it on the lowest setting if it's warm enough to warrant it. But yesterday was the first time it was like unbearably hot, and I needed more airflow. Someone's grilling on the back deck. Actually, it should be fine for the moment. Let me go ahead and fix this. It's a lot cooler today, like down in the 70s. So I shouldn't have to worry too much about my heat unless I decide to do some very strenuous activities. But I should just be standing here talking with y'all for the most part. So unless somebody has like a recommendation for a world to go to, please let me know. I'll go and check it out. Soda. No, Chad, it is water. I am not some unbelievable fuck who only drinks soda. But yeah, another thing I was learning about as I was as we were waiting for this, because I just had audio or videos playing in the background while I butts with my avatars. Something I learned was the new congressional bill that just got passed to prevent credit card companies from denying purchases on goods, no matter how tasteful or anything like that they are. I learned that technically doesn't cover video games, and video games, and most likely most media in general, still fall under the discretion of the payment processors. So that was amazing to find out about. I need to wipe my eyes out. I need to keep like a small towel in my room to wipe my eyes out. Actually, I mean, this isn't the towel I want to use, but it'll work. My eyes were just very dry all of a sudden, I don't know why. I'm gonna put you right there. There we go. But yeah, so that was a bit disappointing to hear about. Credit card companies are still gonna fuck us over, but there's a few things in the works that people are trying to get past to prevent that, so huzzah! Another thing I want to talk about is Secure Boot. So since last stream, I've done a little bit of research, and I don't know if I said this already, so I'm probably going to be repeating myself, but I can't do Secure Boot on my PC, so I can't play the Battlefield beta when it comes out this weekend. And the reason for this is purely just age of my PC. I originally built this back in 2021, so most of it is fairly out of date at this point. Most computers become out of date within the first 2-3 years of their build, of their original build date. And even then I was using some pretty old parts, because like a year or two old parts, because most of them were fairly cheap. In the end, my PC works fantastic though. I have very few problems with it outside of storage capacity. So that is one issue. But yeah, one of the big things about it is that when I was looking into it a bit more, I was informed by somebody that certain Intel processors, specifically my generation and my version of the Intel processor, certain i9s or i7s, are actually breaking because of Secure Boot. So even if I wanted to take the time to update my BIOS, which is a lengthy enough process in and of itself, confirm that my BIOS would even be set to UEFI to enable Secure Boot instead of CMS, or CSM, and which would require me to wipe my main hard drive to reinstall Windows onto, and then I'd have to, what would it be? Once I actually am able to enable Secure Boot, there's a potential issue that it will brick my CPU, which means I will be out of a computer, which means through the whole process of everything, I won't even be able to get to play the Battlefield beta because I won't have a PC anymore. That is a risk I'm not wanting to take. It is just unbelievable. So yeah, that was an amazing thing to think about when it was like, oh hey, you could potentially not have a computer anymore because your CPU can't handle secure boot. And the unfortunate thing is that I even learned what secure boot actually does for a PC in returns to kernel level anti-cheat. What secure boot does is it allows you so basically what it does is that it reads your hardware ID. So basically when you put your components together in a computer, you generate a specific ID hash for your computer, which is all your parts combined and how they're configured. What secure boot does is it requires your PC to boot with that specific hardware ID in mind. What this prevents in the end is hardware spoofing, because the way hardware spoofing works is you're basically changing around the ID of your PC, components on your PC to match someone else's, or it's just to completely create a new one. And it's just to prevent ban evasion. People are going to prevent ban evasions either way, even if you hardware ban them, which I'm going to let you know this, most big AAA developer and publishers aren't going to hardware ban people. Unless it is something absolutely egregious, like they completely crack the code of the game, they're not going to hardware ban someone. They're going to IP ban someone for sure, which they can then use a VPN or an IP spoofer to change that. But hardware banning people doesn't fix anything. Yeah, sure, that person can no longer play the game because they're hardware banned. But if somebody is going to hack at a game, you're not going to IP ban them. You're not going to hardware ban them. You're going to account ban them and then IP ban them. And it's just it's just ridiculous to think that, like, oh hey, we're gonna IP ban you because, or we're gonna hardware ban you because you decided to use wall hacks. Like hardware bans are the most extreme forms of bans you can get for a game or a software or whatever. So it's like, it's absolutely insane to think that companies like EA, who want more money, are going to ban people because of it. Because ultimately what they would have to do would most likely just, it's ridiculous. Because some people out there just don't fucking care. They're going to find a way around it either way. And it's even been proven because there are already hackers that have been proven in the Battlefield betas. And all secure boot does is prevent somebody who is hardware banned from playing your game. People probably have already found a way around secure boot. And in turn, people have most likely already found ways around your anti-cheat. So the whole endeavor is fucking for naught. Because if someone wants, it's just like, it's like the issue with, like, not to get political, but like, it's the issue with cops right now. And people are like, oh, we should ban guns so that criminals can't get to them. You don't think criminals are going to get to guns either way? They're criminals. If they didn't care about the law before, they're not going to care about it now. And it's the same thought process with this. If a hacker wants to hack, they're going to hack. Be damned of the consequences. And these cheating softwares, they're so advanced now, they're almost undetectable by most. Even kernel level anti-cheat doesn't matter because there's kernel level hacks. And all it just does is apply a safety risk to your entire system. Because I saw a video on it. There was actually ransomware that was being spread around because of Genshin Impact's anti-cheat, which was a kernel level, which people were able to bypass and actually gain access to the kernel level of your computer and completely lock you out of it. Yet another reason not to play Genshin Impact. So it's a Sisyphean feat. You're just taking a boulder, pushing it up a hill for no results. It's absolutely pointless. Like, why would you go through the process of this? And the worst part is that it's no longer just like ban the person and they're done. No, there's a whole process to it now, because like footage has to, there's no manual review anymore. It's all AI. And because I know I should be a victim of it because back in the original Overwatch days, I got mass reported by one individual who used like 10 different proxy accounts to mass report me to get me banned. I think I've said this story on stream before, but I'll re-say it again. I was playing McCree, back when he was still called McCree, not Cassidy. And I was playing the game. I hadn't played the game in maybe 8 months or so. This was right around the time Cass came out. I think is her name, the lever action girl with the big robot. I can't remember her exact name. Ash is her name. Ash. There we go. Cass. What the fuck? But yeah, she had just dropped like the week before, so I knew people were probably going to be wanting to play her. The only character I had kept up with at the time was McCree, because he was one of the few characters I actually really liked his playstyle, like a pseudo sniper with good single target damage and good crowd control. And so I was playing him. And no competitive matches, no comp warm up or anything. I was just playing a casual match, and most people are pretty chill. I had one dude who was in this match telling me to swap off McCree because he didn't do enough DPS and swap to Soldier 76 or Reaper instead. I was like, dude, this is a casual game. I haven't played in like 8 months. Let me play McCree. He's the only character I knew. He's the only character I'm good at. And he just went off on me. I didn't think anything of it. The game was playing fine. We were getting close to the end. And then I get booted from the game. The motherfucker mass reported me for hacking, cheating, being toxic, whatever. I don't even remember the exact reason. Thank God I had the foresight to record right after my first interaction. And I appealed the ban. Because I got banned halfway through that. So I need to remove these from the playlist so that I don't get fucking slapped with copyright again. But yeah, I appealed the ban. I gave them the footage and they're like, okay, yeah, no, you're good. Here's your account back. I never touched Overwatch since. And I'm glad I did, because holy fuck did that become an absolute shitfest of a game. So yeah, it's just the idea that kernel level anti-cheat like kernel level anything on your PC is an absolutely bad idea, because you don't know what the fuck is going to happen to your PC at that point. You could be playing a game, be perfectly fine, next thing you know, bam, ransomware attack locking down your PC because you had Genshin Impact on your one of your drives, and the anti-cheat from that is left a backdoor into your PC. Or like how this was an interesting one. I'm sure some people probably saw it, that the Battlefield anti-cheat, I don't know the fucking name of it, whatever it's called, but Valorant's anti-cheat, and at that point Riot's anti-cheat. There we go. Don't know why I was playing that. I moved it. But Riot's anti-cheat, Vanguard, the two of them conflict. And it's mostly because the way Riot's anti-cheat works is that it actually loops into system commands that are played through your computer and are taking data from those so that it can tell if you're cheating or not. Which is fucking insane. Do you know how high of a security risk that is? It is looping into the base code of your OS. That is the most terrifying thing I could think of when it comes to an actual game. Like to something like a software that you download willingly onto your computer to do. That is as bad as a Trojan horse. It is unbelievable that we allow these companies to do this. There it is. I was looking for my drink. So like, and the reason why the two of them conflict now is because it's purely because of the way Vanguard loops into your system data. It's literally hooking onto your system data and is reading it. And the EA anti-cheat does not like that one bit. It does not like that one bit. And it is absolutely insane to think that we allow that to happen. Thankfully, I don't play Valorant. Thankfully, I don't play any Riot games, because holy fuck. Honestly, there's another story there I could tell you, but I don't know if you want to hear about this story about how I got hardware banned from League of Legends. Yeah, I got hardware banned from League of Legends. No, it's not hardware. I got IP banned from League of Legends. That's what it was. Yeah, sure, I'll go into a small tangent here. So I used to be a pretty big Dota player back in the day. I used to play a lot on a different account that I used from today. Because honestly, I thought I was kind of getting really good at it. I might go pro, so I had a completely different account that I played Dota on. I think I've even lost that account now. It's gone to the wind. Whatever. But a friend was telling me about League of Legends, and it's like, oh hey, it kind of sounds fun. This character sounds like it'd be interesting. Let me go give it a try. Downloaded it. I played 3 matches over the course of 3 days. One match a day. And I was killing it, because at that point I had probably put maybe 200 hours into Dota. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's like a lot of hours if you actually think about it. So yeah, I put like 200 or 300 hours into Dota 2, and then I played League of Legends for like 3 days. And I was killing it. I was absolutely decimating. And then I get to the 4th day, and I'm like, okay, let's hop on for a 4th day and give it a go. And then it was like, and then it like just told me your account has been banned. I emailed Riot, and I was like, hey, I've only played 3 matches of the game. How am I banned? And they're like, you're banned for cheating, and you have been IP banned. I'm like, I won't play this game anymore. So yeah, that's my story of how I got banned from playing League of Legends. Good riddance. Never want to touch that game with a 40-foot pole ever again. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's just the utter thought that we're allowing basically malware onto our computers to basically let us play video games. It's unbelievable. Now, like, if you do that on a console, that's kind of alright, because, like, the consoles don't... Like, the cheating on the console market is not as bad as it is on PC. PC, you just download software and that's it. On a console, you have to plug in, you have to root the system, you have to do a lot of work to be able to cheat on a console. That's why consoles have very small cheater percentages over PC. Like, I think it's probably less than 0.1% of players on console are cheaters, where I would probably say it's maybe closer to 10 to 15% of people who play on PC cheat, because of just such a big demographic of them coming from China and Russia. And you can't say that's, oh, you're stereotyping. No. People from China and Russia actually do cheat and hack in video games to be better. And I can prove this, at least on the China side, because the Chinese, essentially a lot of Asian cultures, they push and strive their children to be the best, to be the biggest, to be the number one. And I know, at least in Chinese schools, a lot of students start cheating, or a lot of people start cheating at a very young age, like elementary school levels, because their curricular education system is so rough. Like, it is unbelievably rough. Like here in the US, a failing grade is a D, or a passing grade is a D, a failing is an F. A D is like I think it's like 55% of the score is a D. In China, I think it's like a C- is failing. So that's like insane to think. That's why you always hear the stories of these super strict Asian parents who beat their kids if they have anything less than an A or an A+. It's not because they're striving to be the best, it's because they're literally going to get hit by their mom or dad if they don't have a good grade. And then steal the joke from Gumball where Nicole is failing at her gender because she's a female, and they had to mark F on it. So yeah, that's my take on the whole EA secure boot bullshit. Oh, and then I heard that Call of Duty actually, like, the day after the EA the Battlefield 6 beta went up, Call of Duty immediately implemented that into their anti-cheat, Ricochet or whatever it's called. So that's fun. Actually, I kind of want to go on a small tangent here and talk about Call of Duty for a moment. Not necessarily just what is going on, like, in the game, but the games themselves. So I don't own a lot of the Call of Duty games. I've played nearly all of them. The only ones I haven't really played are like the weird spin-offs on like handhelds and stuff. And the only ones I haven't played on console, like the main game line, is Vanguard, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6. Good reasons for that. Mostly, I hear Vanguard was absolutely trash, so I just skipped it entirely. I also heard that Modern Warfare 3 was at least the campaign was absolutely trash, so I just had no interest in playing it. And the only reason I didn't pick up Black Ops 6 was because, one, I was literally looking at it. I went to go and download the Call of Duty launcher because I was going to family share the game from somebody. It was fucking 270 megabytes. 270 megabytes. Or not megabytes, gigabytes. 270 gigabytes. Like, 300 gigs to download it. Then again, I was downloading like all of the stuff that was related to the game. Their single platform launcher, which was the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, because I owned that on Steam, Warzone, multiplayer, and then like a bunch of extra stuff that was actually like on my account. So yeah, that was a great thing to experience. I heard that it was bad, but I didn't realize it was that bad. It'd probably be even worse if you had like all of the games that are currently out that are tied to the Call of Duty launcher. Like I figured it was probably going to be big, so I had cleared like 2 or 3 games off of there that were worth like 30, 40, 50 gigs at the time, so I cleared like 150 gigs off of space. I wasn't even expecting that big. So yeah, that was great. But yeah, no, that was just insane to think. And it kind of sucks too, because I hear that Black Ops 6 campaign is actually really, really fun, and I played Cold War, and I kind of really want to play the Black Ops 6 campaign, because apparently there are plenty of theories that the player you play as in Cold War is actually Bell, the character you play, or the player in Black Ops 6 that you play is the same character you play in Cold War, which I think would be really cool if that theory did prove true, because that ending to Cold War, I don't know. Like, Adler's a CIA spook, so I don't put it past him to kill someone he's been working with for so long. But at the same time, he did all the work to indoctrinate Bell, so it makes sense that he'd probably have some connection to him. And given the choice, well, I mean, I guess it's purely dependent on what ending you choose. You can either go the evil route, get killed by Adler, or you could choose the evil route and kill all of the friends you've made along the way. Or you could choose the good route and tell them where the fuck it is. I don't think Adler would kill you once he saw that, like, oh, you've changed sides. But who knows? So yeah. But yeah, no, it was kind of just, games have gotten so unbelievable now. I could blame Call of Duty for the start of this, honestly, because they generally I would say there's a bit of an inflation with all of it, especially when it comes to like file size. You know, textures get better, they become more high quality, they start becoming in higher resolutions. I can understand that. The issue is we're now taking away features that optimize games. And turn them into absolute garbage fests. Like, I was watching I got about halfway through Some Ordinary Gamers video on why Unreal is killing the games industry right now, or at least is killing games. And it's because Unreal itself, and especially the devs, aren't optimizing their games. So you know how the trend recently has become, hey, we're going to start shader caching at the start of the game, like when you first launch the game. You shouldn't see this much anymore. And he was telling me that, like, well, people have to update their game drivers. Or people have to update the games, people have to update their GPU drivers, and people have to, like, update a bunch of different stuff on their PC. And they force the game to relaunch or redo all the shader caching, as well as all the hitching for when the shader is first created in the game world. And it's just like, we had games 5-6 years ago that look better than what some games do now, and didn't require any of that. how? How did we revert? Should we start making games that look like PS1 games? Because they're so much more optimized now. Like, my god. It's insane to think these things now. Cause like, what's a big game that's coming up? It's a big game that's coming up. Let's take like Metal Gear Solid Delta, the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. Let's say Metal Gear Solid Delta drops tomorrow. I know it drops like later this month, but it drops tomorrow. And it requires you to cache your game files. And I don't mean like your shaders. I mean like it requires you to cache your game files. Like the files you have downloaded onto your hard drive as we speak. And then it like loads them up into a micro virtual machine so that when it comes to that point of those files being needed, it just launches them out. It would just consume your hard drive and CPU, or your GPU and your CPU. It'd be so unbelievable. Oh, but the game is going to look as though the game is going to look super realistic because of it. Like, I don't care. Metal Gear Solid 3 back in the fucking PS2 was already realistic looking enough. Hell, I played Metal Gear Solid 3 like, what was it, like 4 months back? With the Metal Gear Solid collections. It was a fantastic looking game. There was so much depth and detail to it. Yeah, everything looked aged, but what game at that point isn't? It's just insane to think that like, oh, we need to make our games look almost as realistic as possible. When it's like, no, your games need to look more stylized. You can have a realistic looking game, just don't make the textures and the audio equivalently 4 and 8K. At least not without compressing them. You'll reduce file size and you'll save yourself so much more pain. And you'll be able to run it on much more systems. It's insane to think that like these game companies are just going to keep pumping games out that are like this. Ugh. All right, let's stop off on some negativity. Let's move to some positivity. So recently, I've been playing Arena Breakout. I've been playing it quite a lot. I've been enjoying the ever-living hell out of that game. And it is so much fun to play. Basically to the point where it's like, I kind of want to start streaming it. I streamed it once before, but that was back in like the very early days of the game being launched on PC. I think it was like within the first couple of months where I first played it. So the game has completely changed since. And I have been decimating. I haven't gone into like any of the super like big zones yet, like where the high loot spawns are. But I've been playing the normal and the lockdown mode, which is like your gateway, and then the open door, the bouncer at the door that you have to pay money to get into. I've been playing those two modes mostly, and I've been enjoying them. There was actually a small point in time where I went back, like before this current season, and I was playing what is it? I was playing the Team Deathmatch mode that they added to the game. It's only open on the weekends, but it's tons of fun. So I could imagine that that mode would be absolutely fantastic if they started implementing it more. But I understand why they do it on the weekends, because that way you don't get people deterring from the original meaning of the game. Another cool thing is that they currently have a collab with Cyberpunk 2077, and the game looks, and some of the stuff looks absolutely amazing. I've completed the Bounty Pass, which is like a smaller battle pass that you achieve by just doing in-game things. And I've completed it. I need to get like the 10. I don't have like spare money at the moment, but I need to get like the $10 needed to like buy the actual like pass, because it's got a super cool cyberpunk outfit, which I would totally rock in game. There's some pretty cool looking weapons as well, very on point for cyberpunk. So I definitely want to pick those up. There's like a small gacha mechanic where some of them you have to kind of roll for to get, and they're pretty cool looking. But I'm on my way of getting the Maelstrom AUG, and just need to do like 5 more objectives, which most of the ones I've done are pretty much complete. It just sucks a little because you have to do them on a daily. So, yeah. And then there was what was the other one I was thinking? I'm almost done with the Cyberpunk quest line, so I can get the Maelstrom AK skin, and that looks really cool as well. Like they both look absolutely amazing, and I would totally play with those guns when I get those skins. Another thing with that game is, unlike Tarkov, you have access to things like right off the bat. Like, they don't give you a lot of money, but once you have money, once you have cash inflow, you're sitting good. You can build almost any gun you want out of the gate. I think there's like some restrictions. I think you do have to level up a little to get specific guns, but I'm nearly level 27, like 26 or 27, one of those two. So I'm pretty close to 30, which will get me the necessary things I need to do to play the bigger end zones. I think the only thing is that the level progression is only completed by doing quests. I think that's the only thing. Oh, it's made by that person. Cool. I'm kind of looking at maps in case I decide to want to world hop a little bit. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying the absolute hell out of Arena Breakout, and I want more people to play it with. But the issue is that I have nobody to play it with. I've asked a few friends, and they're like, no, I don't want to, or no, the game doesn't interest me, or I don't like extraction shooters. Like, oh, I just want to play video games. There's a bunny I want to play video games. But yeah. Maybe I'll start recording my games and uploading them to YouTube. Because like the way I play these games, I don't go immediately to PvP. Unlike some people like Landmark, where they hear gunshots and they just beeline straight for them. I'm very much a explore, loot, and if you get into conflict, absolutely wreck their shit, because I'm loaded with 7.62 AP rounds and you have fucking PP ammo. Say hi to God for me. That's actually very true. I absolutely destroyed a 3-man yesterday as I was completing a quest. I was on Armory up at the radar station, and I needed to go there to get progress on the quest I was doing, and I was actually using the terrain to my advantage. I was actually jumping up, and I made it all the way to the top of the radar station, and I heard steps coming up the staircase, and I just I had an AK with AP ammo and a 50 round drum, and as they come running up the stairs, I just laid into the first dude. I killed him in about 5-6 shots. I swapped to the next dude and just dumped into him. And I killed him. He was wearing armor. The first dude wasn't wearing armor. The second dude was wearing armor. And I killed him probably in about 12 shots. And then I run back because I figured there was probably more, because both of them, because one of them went down instantly, the other one, because I'm pretty sure I shot them in the head, the other one went down, they got knocked down, so I couldn't tell if if they had one of the current collab items, which is a self-revive, or another teammate. So I back off, I take a look around the outside, and I hear steps coming up the stairs again. I get into a corner, I lay in wait, I'm peeking around the corner. Sure enough, he comes running up, and I just unload into him, basically dumping almost the whole rest of my mag. So and I drop him. And I know at that point I knew my mag was probably almost empty, so I swapped mags. And I'm sitting there and I'm looting. And as I'm looting, I hear more footsteps. I'm like, oh great, more players. So I stop looting, I back off. I'm sitting there aiming down the stairwell, and I see 4 dudes running up at me. Thankfully they were NPCs, but I see 4 dudes running at me. I scream, I turn around, run out of the top room. I flip a 180 and just unload into them, killing all of them in the single 30 round mag I have. So I reload and like just check more. I hear like 2 more sets of footsteps coming up, so I just quickly take her pop. I drop them. I get the loot I need, and I get the fuck out because I just completed the quest at that point. And I was just like, oh my god, what the hell? And I was just, whew, that was terrifying. And then later, I was running North Ridge, and I get up. I have to go to the cable car area because I need to. What was it that I needed to do? I needed to do something at the cable car area. I forget what. I think I just had to go there? I can't remember exactly. I can't remember what quest. It was part of the Cyberpunk quest line. I can't exactly remember what it was. But I get there, and I immediately get into conflict with somebody. There's a team that's already there. I see one dude, and it's like, he's got a face mask, but I have ammo that pens level 6 armor, so I was like, oh, I'll be able to hit him instantly. I hit his face mask. It fucking ricochets off. It goes somewhere, I don't know where. And he turns, like he's running up. He turns and look at me. I dink off of his fucking face mask, and I'm like, oh shit. I get back into cover. And I'm sitting there like just peeking, just like, hey, you there, bud? You fucking there, bud? And we exchanged shots at each other a few times. And I'm a little hurt, so I'm medding up. I take my mag out, I repack it real quickly, so I have a full 50 rounder. Same AK, by the way. I load it back up, and I cross. So it's like there's like a tourist area, like the main like cable car area, and then there's like a little side area. And so I cross from the tourist area down below to a pathway that loops up to the cable car area. I get over there, and I'm looking around. I'm making sure that he's not just going to come up behind me. I'm looking around. I look over into the cable car area, and I see a dude fighting, and I was like, that's a player. Bang, bang, bang. He drops dead. I kill an AI. I flip around, and there's the dude coming up from behind me, and I just lay into him. I think I probably hit him maybe 5-6 times in a burst of 20 rounds. And like the funniest thing happens. I lay into him, and the way he dies after my burst, as I turn to to med myself because he hits me as well. The way he dies is like where's my okay, I'm at my chair. Like the way he dies is just like he just slumped there. Like I don't want to play this game anymore. I won't play this game anymore. This game sucks. It was just hilarious. And how about I kill you, you damn U-bot? Thank you. So that was an amazing raid to do. I did what I needed to there, by the way. I looted up and I got the fuck out. So that was great. And I've been absolutely loving the game. The only place I haven't gone that hasn't caused me issues is TV Station. And I think that's mostly due to just really long corridors with shit in between them so that people can just fucking exchange fire back and forth. And I just keep getting caught in really bad places. I think that's like my big issue with TV Station. I just keep getting caught in bad places. So yeah, no, I've been really enjoying Arena Breakout again. And here's hoping that after I spend some more time with it, I'll feel a lot more confidence, because like it's really cheap to get good ammo and good gear for the prices that you pay. So I'm hoping that when it comes down to it, when I start getting into the more strenuous raids, like the really big ones with really good gear, my fighting ability doesn't diminish at all. I know there have been a few times, even doing just lockdown missions, where it's like, I'll turn a corner and just fucking headshot it to death. So yeah. That's my only hope, is that once I get into the real PvP stuff, the real hardcore stuff, my combat ability doesn't diminish. And I know when I'm playing with a team, I'll probably be a bit better with it, because the game is not meant for solo play. I think the game is very much meant for like co-op, or not co-op, but like squad play. Or at least that's what Landmark is saying. The game is very much built for like, you enjoy it a lot more when you have a good team. That's like the only thing I need is I need team members. I need people to come and play with me. I am lonely. And trust me, it's not from a lack of trying to get people to play with me. Oh yeah, I guess I can tell you all about this as well. I can't show pictures of it because it's very not TOS friendly. I have an absolute ungodly amount of underboob on it. But I am getting a completely from scratch outfit made for my bun. It is based off of... Where is she? Yeah, it's based off of Magia Bazir's Night Spider's Web outfit from Gushing Over Magical Girls. I'm having somebody do a complete custom 3D version of it from scratch, fitted to my model. So I'm going to be the only one in game in VR chat that has it. I'm actually very excited for that. And I'm really hoping it turns out well. If it's... I might DM the model maker and ask if I can get like a spats version of it, because like the main outfit, it has like a cover for the boobs and it just shows a lot of like under boob, and then it has a corset that goes around the center of it, and then it's just a strap that goes up and around and a back to the to meet with the corset again, almost like a. If I take the skirt off, No, I'd have to take this off, which that would be not safe for work. It's basically like if you remove this side here from it, and it's just this piece going down. That's it's just like that piece going down and across. That's what it would look like. I'm sure if you were to Google her, you'd probably find it, but I'm absolutely excited for it. He's already started and is already making good progress on it, and it looks so clean. Another reason why I'm getting this, another thing I'm going to ask for him about is he also does conversions for Left 4 Dead and Half-Life 2, namely character replacements. So I'm going to be asking him if I could possibly get a version of my bun into Left 4 Dead 2 as Alex. I'm hoping I can get a private version because honestly, my biggest concern when it comes to uploading stuff to the workshops, because that's what he does. He does upload them to the workshops. My biggest concern is that if you know what you're doing, you can actually take the files from the workshop, throw them into a command prompt, get the like raw data file for it, and then throw it into something called GMAD under Gary's mod, and it will extract all the data that you need for the files. And you can just then pull the files for the avatar. I've done it a few times with like game assets that I wanted, like something from like Battlefield and stuff, but like this is my personal model. As much as I would like to see people running around with my version of my bunny out there, I don't want that happening. So I'm hoping I can get a private version that I can get for myself. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm really excited for the outfit. I really hope it comes out well. It already looks good, and it just. I'm so excited. I've been wanting this outfit for like so long. It's just somebody did make a Magia Bazir for VR chat, which I actually took the outfit that was on that model and put it on my bun. Obviously, I can't bring it out because of Twitch's TOS. She just has pasties covering her chest. Otherwise, I would 100% do it. But pasties are a no-go. I am thinking about like getting like a big enough strap to go around her chest, so that if I ever decide to stream with that outfit, I'd actually be completely covered. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for the outfit. I'm hoping it turns out really good. So far, it looks great. It looks really, really great. So here's hoping that it turns out even better. Actually, I do need to DM someone with the progress of it. Yeah, no, I'm actually super happy because I woke up today from alarm, and I got the message from the model maker, and it just looks oh so good. I will probably go back myself and do little tweakings, maybe make some parts of it like satin or something, so that it's nice and like latexy almost. But I'm very excited for what's to come. The only thing I am concerned about is that for her, she has horns, and I could probably ask somebody for horns. I think I know of a friend or two who have like the specific horns I need. Yeah, no, those are like the two big things that's been going on for me recently. I've been playing a lot of Arena Breakout, enjoying it an absolute fuck ton. And then I've been playing, and then I have the outfit coming. I was actually very surprised because I DM'd the dude all the stuff yesterday, I think. I DM'd him back on the... Yeah, so I DM'd him like super early in the morning. So it's only been about a day since I DM'd him this stuff, and he's already gotten like a lot of work on it done, which I'm very happy for, which means he'll probably have it done probably by this time next week, give or take. And hopefully by then I'll have like something I can show off to you guys and just because like it's like I don't get custom stuff done. I make a lot of my own avatars. I don't pay people for it, mostly because it's just super expensive, and I just much rather work with things that are much more affordable. I can buy an outfit for $30. I can't spend $700 on a custom-made outfit from someone. Which is why I'm really glad I found this person, because he's super affordable. Like it is a tenth of the price of what you would probably get for a normal, like, cut something custom for a model. And like he's doing it from scratch too, which is the amazing thing. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see it. It's already turned out good. I'm sorry if I keep like repeating myself. I'm gushing. I'm gushing. I don't get much custom work done. So like actually having like a custom outfit done for me is amazing. I'm also maybe hoping that when my character sheet is done, because I am getting like a character reference sheet, he can do some of the outfit parts for me there. So here's hoping in that regard. Now I have a lot of like worlds I wanted to go visit saved. It's just I can't seem to find them for some reason. Oh yeah, that was one. Hey, you guys want to go do a world hop real quickly? Nope, that's a public instance. I don't want that. Alright. I'll see you guys in a moment. Oh my god, this world is a gig! It is 990.65 megabytes. That is insane. Oh. Everything is like monotone. Like that's not just stream, that's me as well. Like yeah, it looks like that's an OBS as well. It's actually kind of fucking with my eyes. Is there like any world audio? I'm also like super far from the 0-0 because like my hands are shaking and it's not my controllers. Let's see where this path takes me. I am also lagging like a motherfucker as well. Like this is clearly some kind of post-processing effect. And I do not like it. I lost my stone path. Oh, the stone path becomes this walked path. I wonder what happens if I turn my camera off. Nope. Nothing. That's interesting. So there was a split in the path earlier, so I wonder if... Things got grayer. I was noticing when we were in the water, things were slightly starting to come off of being gray. Yeah, like I can tell that the water is definitely blue. You know, when I saw this world in its previews, it was toting to be like a magical school, but like everything is just gray and there's no audio. Let me take a look at this world's. Okay, it didn't give me much of anything, the description. Just, you can press a specific button to enter the school. You know, I'm like super far away from the 0 zone, because if I stand still... You see how they just shake on their own? That's how you could tell. Also, my body is like vibrating very hard. Oh, things are starting to become more colorful. Oh, I just found like a stray square in the world. Yeah, I'm starting to see the more vibrant greens and the grays of the rocks. You can actually see my hair starting to bleed color. Oh, we're not supposed to be over here. Well, things are starting to get gray again. So yeah, there is like a proximity how gray things get. Right. Yeah, no, I'm completely monotoned here. Things are gonna start becoming more vibrant the further I head this way. But like it's just the world just cuts here. Like there's nothing here. It's just a drop in the world. Like here, I'll turn the music off too. There's like barely any audio. Oh, there's avatars over here. I noticed something over here, so I was kind of curious as to what these were. These are just a bunch of generic avatars. Yeah, I'm grayscaled again. Appears to be something on the other side of this lake. Oh. There's like a portal here. But like the world also like cuts. Yeah, I have no idea what this world is. It's touted as having like a magical school, but it's like I don't see a school. I see avatars. I see just booth avatars. And no like hard defining walls. Alright. Let me get out of this world. It's starting to actually like hurt my head. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh, that's killing my frames. Oh yeah, it reflects me as well. That's cool. But no, just... I'll turn the aperture up a little. Like... That looks beautiful. Let's go take a look. Ammonius River. Oh, is that it? That's the end of the map. Heh. Oh well. Still, it's a very beautiful map. I've seen this person's work before. They make very beautiful maps. Yeah, no, I mean, the water has this real-time reflection on it that kills my frames, but it looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's a real-time reflection, but like... Look how beautiful that looks. It's very picturesque. I have to save this world. This world is amazing, even if it kills my frames. That's probably just because I have my camera up and I'm streaming. Alright. Let's go ahead and head on back to the original world we were in. Alright. So yeah. What really sucks about that one world? I was really hoping to see like a really cool magical school. But it's whatever. I had like a whole bunch of worlds that I actually have saved from time it's exploring. There's actually, so I know I'm playing it on stream right now, but there is a massive set of worlds that I absolutely love to explore. Like just run around and explore. Let me pull them up real quickly. They're made by PMO Nick Pop 123, and he has actually exported out all of the main locations, or well, I say main locations, but like a lot of locations from the Legends of Heroes games, mostly Trials of Cold Steel and its subsequent smaller games. Like, here. Join here. Goodbye! So yeah, so if you follow my streams, actually, you might recognize this once we get into the main town proper, which is up there. I gotta go back and adjust the physics on these. They bounce way too much. Yeah. We're in Hard. I absolutely love these maps. They're pretty low file size, but they're so expansive, and I have to give that to just the simple fact of, oh hey, these are ripped from my PS3 game. Like, we have the church. Over there is the hotel, and there is the cafe. And then we can come down here. And we have Artistry Street. And it's just, it's so cool to like actually see these worlds. Turn that down a little. It's actually super nice to see these worlds and like how they look physically. Because obviously you lose depth going from like what the game looks like to VR, or you gain depth. It's like, come into here. You actually have to click the door handle, and we're in the jeweler shop. What's that? Okay. Yeah, we're in the jeweler shop now, where we got the Dryad's tear for the one dude who ended up eating it right in that corner. So holy fuck, it's a little hard to see now, but like, where are you? There you are. Come here. But like, look at the prices of those jewels. Like it's unbelievable. Like it's astonishing. 7.5 million mira for one of these jewels. One of these necklaces is the same price. Like, it's insane. But like that's not all we have. Like, we didn't spend a whole lot of time in Hard. But like, and now I need to turn the world audio up because it's a little low. Like, we have this, which is a whole tavern. Like, it's amazing. It's a whole tavern. It's actually a whole tavern. And you just don't see this kind of stuff at first. And I really want to host like a role play on these maps. I am actually working on one. I've been writing it for about the better half of closer to closer to about 2 years now. I call it Fate Breakers, and it's both synonymous to the players and to what you can achieve in the game, or what you achieve in the RP, because the RP is all about, I'm taking it as a influence from anime, a heavy influence from anime, mostly that of the adventuring guild member anime. So take things like I only parry, like my only skill is parry, that anime, where the dude is part of a guild who has adventurers that go out and do things. Oh, here's some spoilers for you, but we're gonna go and check an area out that we haven't seen yet in the game, but you can go and see right now in VR. And that is the Brerhard Airport. And you can even go into this colossal airship. And you can just run around. And it's super fucking cool. Like, I love it. And the nice thing is that these maps are optimized too, because they do come from like games that were made in like the 2014s. You know, PS3, PS4 time era, so they're really optimized despite being fairly large and complex. We went in here the other day. This is the superstore, the what am I trying to think of? The department store. You have items down there, clothing down there, weapons right here, reading material here. Like, I love these maps so much. They're such a joy to run around and look at. And then a cool thing is they have the highways too. The ability to travel between the maps. Like, if we come over here, come up here, come over here, and here's where you find the Dryad's Tier. It's super cool. And I love these maps just because you can just run around and do so much in them. Like, they even have the treasure chests, which if you open them up, it actually says things. I wish Shreya a little love with you. I wish I could share a little love with you. And then the nice thing is that that's another cool thing. They have day and night cycles. So if you want to have like a whole multi-day episode in VR, in like role play, you can do that, which is super cool. I have to actually respawn. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to. And then yeah, the time of day keeps. I actually need to run back down here and remember how to open up the menu, because it has a whole menu system you can do as well. That's right. And so it spawns like right in front of me. I don't know if everyone can see this, but yeah. You have the town areas, the highway maps, and then the dungeon maps. Then I can even set it to like, set it back to morning. And we can come over here and head back top side, and it'll be morning. And boom, it's now morning. How about we set it to daytime? Now it's back to daytime. How about night? And look, it's actually night. It's kind of dark out. I set it to cloudy, and like, oh, it's overcast. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like cloudy and sad. And then, oh, weird. And then you could just turn it off and leave it day. You can also change the background music. And then you can also change like change smaller things like world props and all that kind of stuff. Like if we have north here, or is this, no, it's not this way. I think the only downside is that the music still plays even if you have it muted. That's this way. We have the trip heading up to the fortress. And yeah, they're just so cool maps. I love running around them. They're super cool and amazing. And the people who make these actually hand out the map files for those who are doing role plays, which I think is neat. So if I ever wanted to get these maps and use them for something specific, I can ask them. Obviously, the maps are fairly empty. They don't have a lot going in them, and that's where it takes the task of the role players to make an enjoyable experience. Sorry, I need to turn my fan up. So, and then we come over here. Come over here, and then we turn up here. And look, guys, it's where we left off the last time I played this game because I was so utterly frustrated with this damn fucking monster. And yeah, like the music dynamically changes wherever you go. You even have the so I've learned something. These crates here, these boxes, you can break them. And they break the same exact animation that they do for in-game. It's the same with like all the barrels and pots and chests and stuff. So my thought is that it's not actually freeform physics, it's a set animation that you have to play. And it's even funnier too, because on some maps, especially when they're from the newer games, they actually have like mining outcrops you can do, and you could see the animation where it's like they have two separate items. They have the main item that you click on, and then the item that is supposed to show up and break. And then yeah, we can proceed even further north. Which leads us to this bridge. And then up here, it leads us inevitably to the fortress. And then inside this fortress is an entire dungeon that you can go and explore in. And I find it funny too because you actually need to you need to open doors and stuff as if you were actually playing the game. So there's like actual like we can go in here and it's a safe area. And then we have this entirety of this fortress to explore. And then there's some things like this locked gate. And we have to go over here to this door. We have to hit the switch. Then we can come back out here and look at that, the gate is open. And yeah, I just think they're super cool maps. They're super cool maps with a lot of interactivity. They're perfect for role playing. They're super optimized, so you don't have to worry about like player counts. You just have to worry about their model qualities. Like I really want to run a role play on these, even if it's just for like one or two sessions. See, haven't we met before? You know, at a certain Twin Dragon Bridge in Caldic. Yeah. Also, obviously, this is all fairly spoilers for when I do come to play the game, but there's nothing here. There's nothing here. All I know is where the locations of some of the gate, like the things you do to activate the gates and stuff are. But here, let's go to like, this is one of my favorite maps by them. I forgot, this is kind of one of the bigger ones. So yeah, this map is from Trials of Cold Steel 3 and 4. So spoilers for the games I have yet to play. But look at this map. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. It's very Mediterranean inspired, but it's like look at that. You have flowing water. Flowing water. You have the hotel. Then you have like a tons of little side streets. And they all transition from one another. The inn, the Seabreeze Inn. You have all these little like stands that people like serve at. Anyone want a shawarma? Anyone hungry? Anyone wanting a shawarma right now? Come on, come get a hot, fresh shawarma. Just slice yourself off some meat. Then yeah, we have this nice ocean view. I will say for what I want to do with them, these maps are bit too fantastical. They have a bit too much crazy stuff in them, like giant fucking yachts. Like giant luxury cruise liners. But I mean, that is part of like the actual games too, is that they have like technology and magic, or they use magic through technology. Here's the noble district. Duke's Mansion entrance. They don't have it in this map or in this area, or yeah, I guess it would be on this map. They don't have it on this map, but on one of the rare hard map, they actually do that really cool trick where they copy the world, flip it upside down, and then and then use that as reflections. Or is Coast Overruled? And then yeah, the highway maps as well. They have these. And one of the cool things I like about them is some of the maps, especially from like some of the map, they all like connect with each other. They all actually like the Brerhard map. If you actually start traveling west, you'll actually run into Celtic. You'll actually run into the maps that link with Celtic. You can't actually go to Celtic because it's a separate map, but you can see where the maps start to verge on each other, and I think that's really cool. And then like, look at this giant map. It's a giant highway map. It's so cool. I want to do role plays on these maps. I know there's a few role plays that actually do like use these, but I want to do my own because I have a really good idea of what I would want to do. And there's just massive. Oh yeah, there's a massive like fortress right there. And like I'm pretty sure on one of the maps you can actually travel to that fortress. It's just amazing that these people were able to pull these maps out, make them look good and optimized, and put them out for free, along with the tools necessary to run a roleplay. Just hand it out. It's astonishing. And yeah, if you got like a main cast of like 5 people and like 15 to 20 people to play like NPCs and move around, like I think this is actually the road to the fortress. You'd have enough people to run a roleplay. Oh, it didn't transition me. Juno Naval Fortress will be a future world. There you go. Yeah, no, they're just really cool, expansive worlds that have a lot of stuff in them. And they just go. They just keep going. And then some of them even have like their dungeons attached to them from the local area. Oh, here's one of the rock geodes I was talking about earlier. So you have this thing and just watch it, watch it. It's there. Boop. It shrinks down. Boom. But yeah, if you like follow the roads and stay with them, it's actually pretty great. There will be a point where it's like the roads start to become less detailed. The things you can do to them become far more and more sparse. Oh, it's evening. It's like I just love how expansive they can be. West Lagonda Canyon. Let's see, yeah, this area has different music playing for it. The only thing I could truly say would help improve some of these maps are if the day and night cycle weren't so harsh in their transition. So it's like it gradually got darker. Kind of like how we have it in the FT map where it doesn't just immediately become daytime. They transition to it. Like I think that'd be a substantial grade fix. Oh, Quell, the entertainment city. See, and this is where you transition to the next map, which I'm pretty sure I have it. Yeah, they do. Oh, I've just realized none of you guys have been able to hear the game audio. My bad. All the music has been playing too. And then see, here's the road we were just on. And then we can come here. And now we're actually in the city. Here's this department store. Here's a restaurant. Yeah, no, it's just amazing to see that these worlds are in game and that they are expansive and free to use for anyone who wants to use these worlds. Get a casino where you can play where you can play blackjack and get hookers. just super cool worlds. I very much enjoy these worlds. I applause to the people who made them. They did an absolute great job on them. There you Blanc. Can't go in there. Just looks fancy. This goes to the Canyon Road. I love how you can see like advertisements for different things in the map. I'm guessing that's like a theater or something. There's a bar. A Quell station. The pawn shop. Yeah, like here's part of the old city that was kind of left behind. And then yeah, I think if we travel to like somewhere out here. Yeah, if we follow this, I think we eventually get to one of the places of in or it leads to one of the highways in one of the Trials of Cold Steel map ones. Trials of Cold Steel 1's maps. And like you see the time it's taking for me to transition between each map. These are essentially highways. They are long and somewhat lengthy to get through, even at full sprint. But thankfully I can... Ooh, there we go. Pretty sure I can amp my run speed up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, then we have a Milsante, and that's one of the worlds we can travel to. It's actually you can actually go in here and kind of look around, but like there's nothing here. Like there's just giant cuts of the map out. Like you're not meant to go past that point, but it's cool that they add it. I personally would have probably added an invisible wall just behind the dots. Yeah, no, just some really cool as shit maps. Alright. We've been going at this for 2 hours. I'm getting kind of heated. I'm getting kind of exhausted, and I need to go and eat something because I haven't eaten anything all day. So I'm going to go ahead and take this time to head on out. You all have a lovely evening. and I will see you all next time. Tomorrow we're going to be getting back to Trials of Cold Steel. Hopefully I can beat that monster this time. I might actually do a little bit of prep work tonight and make my way back up to that point just so I can be prepared. Because holy hell, that monster is insanely hard. So yeah. I hope you all have wonderful evenings. I'll catch you all tomorrow for Trials of Cold Steel. And I will see you all later. Take care. Oh, and again, if you don't want to catch the VODs here or they are no longer available, I'm making sure to try as much as possible to upload this stuff to YouTube. So if you want to recatch this stream or view something else, make sure to go head on over there. My link should be updated down below.